Welcome back. Today is Medical Monday, and today we are discussing lung screenings and biopsies. Joining us live in studio this morning, we welcome Dr. Arshia Vahabzadeh along with registered respiratory therapist Kevin Reynolds to Good Morning in Michigan. Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. Let's talk about the importance, first off, of this topic. Why are we talking about this today?
Well, lung cancer is still one of the leading causes of cancer death in the United States, and early detection is really the key in trying to help these patients have a fighting chance, and that's why this is such an important topic.
Yes, of course, and it's our understanding at Hurley there is something new to help fight lung cancer. Let's dive in and talk about it.
Absolutely. We are very fortunate to have access to the ion robotic system now, which is an advanced method to biopsy these potential lung nodules. So it's a newer technology. It's been around for about 5-6 years now, but it's new to us in the community over the last year, and it allows us to really help with early detection. Early detection is key in fighting any kind of cancer, particularly lung cancer.
Yes, and you know, Kevin, you jump in here coming from your perspective. Why is this encouraging for people out there?
Well, it's one thing to hear about technology like this, and it's another thing to actually see it. Since we've been doing it early, we've had so much success in detecting lung cancer early, getting to those nodules that are harder to reach in a difficult location in a safer way. So with that, there's been a greater emphasis on lung nodules, and it all starts with detection. We do so many CT scans, chest x-rays on a daily basis at Hurley. It is our job to put emphasis and recommended follow-up for these lung nodules now are more important than ever. So it's my job to make sure there's communication with providers and the patient to get follow-up on these. It's often unfollowed. These lung nodules don't get proper follow-up, but now you can see with this technology it can make a huge difference. So we put an emphasis on that. There's a time it takes from detection to diagnosis to treatment of lung cancer. If you can trace a lung cancer and go backwards, it all starts with that detection when this is a small nodule before you would ever have symptoms or ever even know it's there, as opposed to a big mass. By then it's spread already and symptoms have already started.
But you were there to guide patients through this process, and again, kind of talk about how this is different than traditional biopsy methods.
Sure. Traditionally, we did what's referred to as transthoracic needle biopsy, so basically a needle going in from the outside of the patient into their lung under CT guidance. You know, there's certain risks. You know, the risk of dropping a lung or lung collapse is about 35% with that method. With this new ion platform, that risk is less than 3%. So it is a much safer method for us to go after these nodules. It allows us to go after much smaller nodules. My colleagues and I are biopsying nodules down to 5 millimeters in size, which is really unheard of when it comes to the other traditional methods of biopsy that we had before.
Well, and bottom line, I mean, you want the best outcome for any patient, and this is really going to make a difference with that, right?
Yeah, early detection, it starts with lung screening also. If you are a current smoker or a former smoker of less than 15 years, I really strongly urge you to have a conversation with your physician about getting screened annually for lung cancer, or if you have any questions for you or a loved one, or want to know if you qualify for lung cancer screening, you can always call me at the Lung Center at Hurley.
Yes, and again, it's glad to hear that you have this advanced technology there. There's more information on your screen on this Medical Monday, and we appreciate your insight and for filling us in on a very important topic.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for taking the